At 14:22 hours, the armored column moves through the mountain pass. 44 main battle tanks, 18 infantry fighting vehicles. Total value, 380 million. Total firepower, enough to destroy a city. The pass is narrow, steep walls on both sides. Only one route through. The column moves at 15 miles per hour. Standard tactical formation. This is combat power. The sky is clear. Visibility, 20 miles. The sensors sweep constantly. Radar, thermal imaging, optical tracking. At 14:23, the lead tank's AI detection system alerts. Inbound air contacts, multiple. The system counts them. 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. The number stops climbing. 500 inbound drones. Range 12 miles. Speed 45 miles per hour. Altitude 50 feet. The tank commander requests confirmation. The computer confirms. 500 FPV drones in coordinated swarm formation. Each drone carries a shaped charge warhead. Penetration capability, 400 millimeters of steel armor. Every tank in this column has vulnerable points. Engine grills, turret rings, top armor. At 14:24, the column commander analyzes the threat. Distance, 12 miles. Speed differential, 30 miles per hour closing speed. Time to contact, 24 minutes. His assets, 12 anti-aircraft systems mounted on vehicles. Each system, twin 30mm cannons. Rate of fire, 600 rounds per minute per barrel. That's 1,100 rounds per minute per system. 12 systems equals 14,400 rounds per minute. But effective engagement range, 2 miles. At 45 miles per hour, drones cross 2 miles in less than 3 minutes. That gives the column 3 minutes of firing time. Total rounds that can be fired in 3 minutes, 43,200. Against 500 targets, that's 86 rounds per drone. Seems adequate, but the math is deceptive. Which force breaks first? A. Air defense. B. Naval Group. C. Command network. The problem is accuracy. Moving targets, low altitude, high speed. Estimated hit probability, 5%. That means each system needs 20 rounds to kill one drone. With 43,200 rounds available, the column can kill approximately 2,160 drones. But there are only 500. The math says the defense wins, except at 14:26, electronic war begins. The drones activate jamming systems. GPS signals degrade. Radio communications become intermittent. The tank's fire control systems rely on digital networking. The jamming disrupts targeting data sharing. Each anti-aircraft system must now operate independently. No coordinated fire. No target deconfliction. Efficiency drops by 40%. New calculation, 1,096 drones can be killed. Still more than 500. Still survivable. At 14:28, the column deploys countermeasures. Smoke generators activate. Dense smoke fills the pass. Thermal signatures are masked. The drones rely on optical targeting. The smoke should blind them, but the drones are AI-coordinated. They don't need to see individual targets. They know the column's position. They know the pass geometry. They'll fly into the smoke and acquire targets at close range. The smoke buys time, but not survival. At 14:30, the column commander has 4 options. Option 1, disperse, break formation, spread across maximum area, force the drones to travel farther between targets, reduce kill efficiency. But dispersing in a narrow mountain pass means some vehicles go off-road. The terrain is rocky. Half the column will be immobilized within 10 minutes. Sitting targets are easier to kill than moving ones. Option 2, circular defense. All vehicles form a tight circle. All anti-aircraft systems point outward. Maximum defensive firepower concentration. But it means stopping. And once stopped, the column cannot maneuver. If the first wave fails, the second wave finds a stationary target. Option 3, run. Maximum speed through the pass. Except that some vehicles will be hit. but most will survive and exit the kill zone. The pass is 8 miles long. At maximum speed, 25 miles per hour. Transit time, 19 minutes. The drones arrive in 18 minutes, 1 minute short. Option 4. Counterattack the drone launch site. Artillery has 15-mile range, but finding the launch site takes time. Drones can launch from anywhere. And even if the launch site is destroyed, the 500 drones already airborne continue their attack. What happens next changes everything. At 1432, the commander chooses Option 3. Full speed advance, accept losses, preserve combat power. The column accelerates, engines roar. The narrow pass fills with exhaust. At 1435, the drones enter visual range. The crews see them, a dark cloud on the horizon. Moving fast, low to the ground. The formation is perfect. AI coordination keeps each drone spaced exactly 15 feet apart. No collisions, no wasted movement, pure efficiency. At 1438, the anti-aircraft systems open fire. The 30mm cannons hammer. Tracers fill the sky. First drone destroyed. Second, third. The rate climbs. 10 per minute, 20 per minute, 30 per minute. At 1439, 40 drones are destroyed, but 460 remain. The closing speed accelerates. The drones are at 2 miles range, maximum engagement zone. Every anti-aircraft system fires continuously. Barrels glow red. Cooling systems struggle. At 1440, the count reaches 100 drones destroyed. The crews are hitting 5% as calculated. But ammunition expenditure is massive. Each system carries 3,000 rounds. At current rate, 1,200 rounds per minute. Ammunition exhaustion in 2.5 minutes. At 1441, the first anti-aircraft system goes dry. It's out of ammunition. 11 systems remain. Firepower drops by 8%. At 1442, 180 drones are destroyed. The swarm adapts. The AI detects the ammunition depletion. It redirects drones toward vehicles with exhausted defenses. The targeting becomes surgical. At 1443, 3 more anti-aircraft systems run dry. 8 systems remain. 320 drones remain. The math is turning against the column. At 1444, the drones split formation. Half go high. Half stay low. The high group climbs to 200 feet. The low group stays at 50 feet. The anti-aircraft systems must choose, engage high or low. They cannot engage both simultaneously. The commander orders, focus low. The low-altitude drones are closer, more immediate threat. At 1445, the low group reaches 400 meters, terminal approach. The drones accelerate to maximum speed, 60 miles per hour. The anti-aircraft systems fire point blank. At this range, accuracy increases to 15%. Drones drop like rain. At 1445-30, the low group impacts. 40 drones survive the defensive fire. They select targets, top armor on tanks, engine compartments on infantry vehicles. The shaped charges detonate. 40 explosions in 3 seconds. 5 tanks destroyed. 3 infantry vehicles destroyed. 8 vehicles damaged. At 1446, the high group dives. They were waiting. The anti-aircraft systems are reloading or repositioning. The 160 high-altitude drones drop like bombs. Vertical dive at 80 miles per hour. The systems engage, but the targets are coming straight down. Deflection shooting is impossible. At 1446-30, the high group impacts. 80 drones survive. 80 explosions. 12 more tanks destroyed. 6 more infantry vehicles destroyed. 15 vehicles damaged. At 1447, the column is shattered. 17 tanks destroyed out of 44. 9 infantry vehicles destroyed out of 18. The combat power is by 40%. The remaining vehicles are scattered. Some are burning. Some are immobilized. The pass is blocked with wreckage. Necessary defense or catastrophic overreach. At 1448, the swarm has 200 drones remaining. They circle at 300 feet. The anti-aircraft systems have minimal ammunition. Most vehicles are defenseless. The AI swarm analyzes the battlefield. It identifies priority targets: command vehicles, artillery carriers, fuel trucks. At 1449, the second attack wave begins. The 200 remaining drones divide into precise strike packages. 20 drones per target, 10 targets selected. The coordination is flawless. Each package approaches from a different direction simultaneously. The remaining anti-aircraft systems can only engage one package at a time. At 1450, all 10 packages strike within 5 seconds of each other. The command vehicle is hit by 15 drones. 12 penetrate. The vehicle explodes. Command and control is severed. 2 artillery carriers are destroyed. The column loses indirect fire capability. 3 fuel trucks are hit. Secondary explosions cascade. Burning fuel spreads across 200 meters. At 1451, the column has 22 operational tanks, 7 operational infantry vehicles, no command vehicle, no artillery, no fuel resupply. Half the anti-aircraft systems are destroyed or out of ammunition. The swarm has approximately 100 drones remaining. They're circling, waiting. At 1452, infantry dismounts from the surviving vehicles. Shoulder-fired surface-to-air missiles deploy. Each infantryman carries 1 missile. 30 missiles available against 100 drones. The missiles launch. They're designed for aircraft, fast-moving jets, not small drones. The seekers struggle to lock onto the small thermal signatures. 15 missiles fail to acquire. 15 launch successfully. Hit rate 60%. 9 drones destroyed. At 1453, the swarm has 91 drones. The infantry has no more missiles. The remaining anti-aircraft systems have maybe 500 rounds total across all platforms. At current engagement rates, that's 30 seconds of firing time. The column is out of options. How many interceptors can one destroyer launch simultaneously? A. 24B, 96. C. Over 200. At 1454, salvation arrives from an unexpected direction. 4 attack helicopters crest the mountain ridge. They were 40 miles away when the attack began. Maximum speed brought them here in 20 minutes. Each helicopter carries air-to-air missiles designed for other helicopters. But they work against drones. The helicopters engage from 3 miles out. 16 missiles launch, 16 hits. The drones cannot maneuver fast enough. At 1455, the helicopters close to gun range. 20 mm cannons open fire. The drones scatter, but there's nowhere to hide in the open pass. The helicopters hunt systematically. At 1458, the last drone is destroyed. The swarm is eliminated. The column is saved. But at what cost? Final count: 19 tanks destroyed or disabled. 11 infantry vehicles destroyed or disabled. Command vehicle destroyed. Artillery support eliminated. Fuel supply gone. Casualties: 147 killed, 89 wounded. Combat effectiveness: 35% of original strength. If combat power decides wars, type combat power. The economic analysis is devastating. The armored column: $380 million in vehicles plus trained crews. The drone swarm: $2.5 million total. That's $5,000 per FPV drone. 500 drones equals $2.5 million. The drones destroyed $190 million in equipment and killed or wounded 236 personnel. Return on investment: 7,600%. Each dollar spent on drones eliminated $76 of enemy assets. This is the new mathematics of warfare. Traditional armor assumes protection through heavy metal. But when every vehicle can be individually targeted by precision weapons costing less than a car, the equation breaks. The answer to the tactical quiz: modern destroyers can launch over 200 missiles. But the lesson here is that quantity matters more than quality when attackers use disposable assets that cost 0.01% of what they destroy. What would you order next? The column must be extracted. The pass is blocked. Engineering vehicles are needed to clear wreckage. Medical evacuation helicopters are inbound for wounded. But enemy forces are advancing. They know the column is crippled. A second drone swarm could finish the job. The remaining tanks have enough fuel for 30 miles. The nearest friendly position, 45 miles. The column cannot reach safety without resupply. The tactical choices narrow to defend in place and wait for relief, attempt breakout with remaining vehicles, or abandon vehicles and extract personnel by helicopter. Each option has critical weaknesses. Defense in place makes the column a stationary target. Breakout risks running out of fuel mid-transit. Helicopter extraction abandons $190 million in surviving equipment. The decision window, 2 hours before enemy ground forces arrive. Subscribe to Combat Power, where raw force decides survival. Can traditional armor survive AI-coordinated drone swarms? Does the economics of asymmetric warfare make expensive platforms obsolete? Should militaries invest in quantity over quality? When does technological superiority become a liability?